Throughout history, comets have captivated and terrified humankind in equal measure. These celestial bodies, with their sudden and dramatic appearances, have always sparked a mix of wonder and fear. These celestial wanderers, with their blazing tails and unpredictable appearances, have long been seen as both omens and portents. Their unexpected visits have often been linked to significant events on Earth. Ancient civilizations often interpreted comets as signs of impending doom. They believed that these fiery visitors from the heavens were messengers of the gods, bringing warnings of disaster. They were harbingers of plague, famine, or war. The sight of a comet could send entire communities into panic, fearing the worst. The appearance of a comet could topple kings and reshape destinies. Rulers often saw them as divine judgments or omens of their downfall. Even today, with our advanced scientific understanding, a primal fear still lingers in the hearts of many when a comet streaks across the night sky. This ancient fear is deeply embedded in our collective consciousness. It is a fear rooted in the unknown. Despite our knowledge, the unpredictable nature of comets still evokes a sense of mystery and unease. We recognize the awesome power of these celestial bodies. Their beauty and brilliance are matched only by their potential for chaos. We also remember their potential for disruption. Comets have the power to alter the course of history, reminding us of our vulnerability. Comets remind us that we are but a small part of a vast and often chaotic universe. Their presence is a humbling reminder of our place in the cosmos. The history of comets is intertwined with the history of humanity. They have been witnesses to our greatest triumphs and our darkest hours. They have shaped our myths, our beliefs, and our understanding of the cosmos. Stories of comets have been passed down through generations, becoming part of our cultural heritage. They serve as a stark reminder of the power of the universe. Their unpredictable nature and immense energy are a testament to the forces that govern our existence. They also remind us of the fragility of our existence. In the grand scheme of the universe, our lives are fleeting and delicate. Governments have long understood the power of information. They have always been aware that controlling the flow of information can be a powerful tool. They know that knowledge is power. The more they control what people know, the more they can influence public perception and behavior. The ability to control information can be a tool for maintaining order, quelling dissent, or advancing national interests. It can be used to shape narratives and control the public's understanding of events. Throughout history, governments have gone to great lengths to keep secrets from their citizens. They have often justified these actions as necessary for the greater good. Some of these secrets, like the Manhattan Project, were arguably justified in the name of national security. The development of the atomic bomb was kept under wraps to prevent enemy nations from gaining an advantage. Others, like the Tuskegee syphilis study, were deeply unethical and harmful. These actions have left a lasting scar on public trust and have shown the dark side of government secrecy. When it comes to celestial events, governments have a history of secrecy as well. They have often withheld information about astronomical phenomena, sometimes to avoid causing public panic. In 1908, a massive explosion rocked Siberia, flattening trees over an area of 800 square miles. This mysterious event left the world puzzled for years. This event, known as the Tunguska event, is widely believed to have been caused by an asteroid or comet exploding in the atmosphere. The sheer scale of the explosion was unprecedented. However, the Russian government, then under Tsarist rule, kept the event shrouded in secrecy for years. This lack of transparency only added to the mystery and speculation surrounding the event. This lack of transparency fueled speculation and conspiracy theories. People began to question what really happened and why the government was so secretive. The reasons for government secrecy are varied and complex. They can range from national security concerns to the desire to maintain control over the narrative. In some cases, governments may withhold information to prevent panic or social unrest. They may believe that the public cannot handle the truth and that secrecy is in everyone's best interest. In other cases, they may do so to protect national security interests or to maintain control over the narrative. Keeping certain information classified can be seen as a way to safeguard the nation. Whatever the reason, government secrecy erodes public trust. When people feel they are being kept in the dark, it breeds suspicion and resentment. It feeds into suspicion, and distrust. The more secrets a government keeps, the more its citizens begin to question its motives and actions. In our modern age, with its 24-hour news cycle and instant global communication, it might seem impossible to keep a secret like a comet under wraps. Information travels at the speed of light, and everyone has a camera in their pocket. After all, wouldn't someone notice a giant ball of ice and dust hurtling towards Earth? Amateur astronomers and sky watchers are always on the lookout for celestial events, perhaps. But the reality is that governments have a number of tools at their disposal to control information and shape public perception. They have the means to monitor and manage what gets out to the public. They can censor media reports, ensuring that only the information they want to be shared reaches the masses. Restrict access to scientific data, making it difficult for independent researchers to verify or challenge official narratives. And discredit or silence whistleblowers. Those who dare to speak out can find themselves marginalized or worse. They can also use propaganda and disinformation to sow confusion and doubt. By flooding the information space with conflicting reports, they can make it hard for anyone to know what to believe. In a world already awash in misinformation, it is easier than ever to manipulate public opinion and bury inconvenient truths. The sheer volume of information can overwhelm the truth. So why would a government choose to hide information about the latest comet? What could be so important that it needs to be kept secret? The reasons are many and varied. They might fear that news of a potentially hazardous comet could spark widespread panic. They might fear that news of a potentially hazardous comet could spark widespread panic. People might start hoarding supplies and causing chaos. They might want to avoid economic disruption or social unrest. The stability of markets and social order could be at risk. Perhaps they believe that the public simply couldn't handle the truth. The psychological impact could be too great. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something more to the story, something that goes beyond just the comet itself, something that the government doesn't want us to know, a secret that could have far-reaching implications, something that could change everything. The truth is out there, but finding it may be the real challenge. Section 4. Whispers in the dark, rumors and speculation. In the absence of official information, rumors and speculation thrive. This is especially true when it comes to matters of potential global significance, like a comet approaching Earth. The internet is a breeding ground for conspiracy theories. The void of official confirmation only fuels the flames of these alternative narratives. Some whisper that the government is hiding the true nature of the comet. They claim it's not a natural phenomenon at all, but rather an alien spacecraft or a weapon of mass destruction. Others believe that the government knows the comet will strike Earth and is secretly preparing for the apocalypse. While these theories may seem far-fetched, they highlight a very real concern: the lack of transparency from those in power. When governments withhold information, they create a vacuum. That vacuum is quickly filled with fear, speculation, and distrust. Section 5. The price of silence. Consequences of a cover-up. The consequences of a government cover-up about a comet could be dire and far-reaching. If the public is unaware of the danger, they will be unprepared for its potential impact. This lack of preparedness could lead to widespread chaos, panic, and loss of life. Moreover, a cover-up would erode public trust in government and scientific institutions. This erosion of trust could have long-lasting consequences for our ability to address future challenges, both terrestrial and extraterrestrial. In the age of information, transparency is more important than ever before. Governments must be held accountable for the information they choose to share and the information they choose to withhold. Our future may depend on it. Section 6. Truth and transparency. A call for openness. We, the people, have a right to know what's happening in our skies. We have a right to be informed about potential threats to our planet. A government that operates in secrecy is a government that operates in darkness. And in the darkness, fear and suspicion thrive. We need to demand transparency from our leaders. We need to hold them accountable for their actions. We need to foster a culture of open dialogue and critical thinking. This is the only way to combat misinformation and ensure that we are prepared for whatever challenges the future may hold. The truth may be out there, but it's up to us to find it. And we can only do that by demanding honesty and openness from those in power. Section 7. Eyes on the skies, our celestial future. As we look to the future, we must remember that we are part of a vast and interconnected cosmos. Celestial events like comets are a reminder of our place in the universe. They're also a call to action. We need to invest in space exploration and research. We need to develop technologies to protect our planet from potential threats from space. And we need to do all of this with transparency and international cooperation. The universe is full of wonders and dangers. By embracing transparency, fostering scientific curiosity, and working together, we can face the future with courage and wisdom, prepared for whatever celestial wonders or threats may come our way.